My name is Jimmy Bogo. Now let's look at matters monetary. And now the Monetary Policy Committee says it expects inflation to ease in the near term, with the major drivers such as food prices projected to reduce. Now, the rate of inflation in December stood at 9.1%, which saw food costs skyrocket by 13.8% year-on-year, driven by maize flour at 35.5%. Now, let's listen into what the central bank governor had to say about this.
So you have the fast-growing vegetables. Secondly, we are having the long rain harvest, or rather the long rains maize harvests. That is particularly in the western part of the country and the Rift Valley. They have the long rains, that's when they plant, and this is the time they are harvesting, which will bring us through to February. So that will obviously increase supply. And then thirdly, we know about imports of duty-free, imports of maize, rice, and sugar, which have already been gazetted as to be imported duty-free in the period February 1 through August 6. Bearing in mind what has been gazetted in terms of tonnage, etc., maize, what has been gazetted is like 27% of annual import, of annual consumption, and rice is about 39% of annual consumption, and sugar is about 13% of annual consumption. So I'm making the point that this will actually have will assert a downward pressure on prices, but more generally on food inflation, measured food inflation in the period ahead. It's really related to the dry conditions that we've been having, and obviously in parts of the country it has been drought. But the point is that our agriculture has therefore been sagging. Now, obviously back in 2018, it grew at 5.7%, and we do expect that there will be a rebound if we have normal conditions. So we are not hoping for floods and things like that, but having normal rainfall conditions in 2023, particularly the long rains. If the long rains are adequate, then we can most likely go back to where we were always. Maybe not back to the trend, but at least in terms of growth rates, a strengthening of this sector.
All right, now moving on to matters road safety. Now, the Kenya National Highway Authority, KENHA, has reiterated its commitment